knew this time I'm gonna have to push my limits harder than ever before. I held it wide open, and as soon as I left the ramp, I could feel this is not real.
Camera rolling. Okay, Andreas is ready.
So Alaska's a very big place, and just out of the gate it's very, very remote and different.
I guess in the simplest terms, the Alaskan nature is just harsh. It takes a special individual to be able to survive and thrive in Alaska.
Alaska's not for everybody, but the type of people that tend to come here and stay or even visit are hardy, and they have something else inside them they want bigger. Alaska has that. We have that bigger.
Hello there.
Hello. Vad har du dragit med mig på?
Ja.
Äntligen fram. Ja.
The reason for Alaska was because it's a dream to go there. I've seen it on so many movies growing up, and it's time for the last episode of the Big 5 series. This one might be the biggest trick I ever have attempted. We are here to set a new world record. A record that is set over 10 years ago. It's the world's longest backflip. Anytime I have done really big trick, it's always been me, Pontus, and Albin. And this year, Albin broke his foot, so for the last couple of weeks, it had just been me and Pontus.
It will not be the same without him, but I hope we will manage anyway.
And then, surprise, surprise, he just shows up, Albin.
Se på fan!
Nej, skojar du? Vadå? Det får du ge. He hadn't told us, he just showed up. He still kind of had a broken foot, but he was like, for this journey, I'm gonna be here and help out.
Så jävla smidigt. Ja, vi har suttit och berättat om hur jävla bitter du är som är hemma. Du ska inte vara här.
Everything feels so much safer having my squad together here. We help each other to find the weakness of everything in the jump or in the setting, and yeah, it's a big support to have him there.
Hey Warren, how are you?
Oh, pretty good. Here at Team CC with Corey, we're going through the dyno results.
Warren Gage is one of the new ambassadors on the Lynx team. I can see from his Instagram and from texting with him that we are really like-minded, so I can really connect with him, and he's gonna be super important for us. He knows the area, he's gonna show us around where to go, where to find a good spot, and be a really important support. We picked up all the stuff and headed over to Warren's place to prep the sleds and get everything ready.
So with jumps this big, the stake is always really high, and therefore it's really important to have the sled perfect condition, everything checked up and set up the way he wants it to be.
For this jump, or always when we are doing big jumps, the Shredder RE 3700 is an obvious choice for me. It's what we always ride when we jump big. I'm personally adding upper plates in the tunnel, lower riser for the bar, and we're doing a harder shims on the suspension to get a bit more power, because we're gonna jump for, close to 50 meters. After all that is ready, we are heading to the cabin to meet up with Travis, another guy that's gonna help us where to go, how the conditions are, avalanche, safety, just making sure that we have an eye on all this stuff.
The plan to start the weekend out, we will go up to Turnagain Pass. We're gonna cut across these flats over here. There's a few jumps right here we wanna show you. And then we're gonna cruise up the front side, and if the weather's good enough, we'll go check out just below the weather station and show you the spot I think you'll like the most, but it's ultimately up to you.
Okay.
Yeah, and then just in case we have any issues out there, we do have Alaska Air National Guard 100 miles away that's on call.
Together with Warren and Travis, we are really set for the upcoming week.
First day. Leta hopp. hitta stället. Sen tar vi där.
We have one spot that we really do hope is going to be great. It's at the top of the mountain. We also have a plan B and C down in the valley. It's more safe for the weather.
We want to come here in bad weather and like build the jump and get shit done so we're not spinning our wheels. That's not a good spot to build the jump. If we came here in a whiteout snowstorm, we could go over this berm and build the jump.
Yeah.
Up there, we can't go up there in whiteout.
This is good enough to go up.
This is marginal. That face we have to go up, that's called repeat offender. As it heats up in the day, which today it's supposed to get warmer and potentially start raining in the afternoon.
Yeah.
It gets really warm, and in 1999, that face came down with a bunch of snowblowers on it, and it killed 6 people.
You decide when it's safe or not.
Yeah.
If it's not safe, we're not going.
I mean, we'll do it together.
Yeah, let's just
I mean,
together.
This is turning in the morning.
We have found the spot we are looking for, and it's like this big hill up on the peak. This is a perfect hill. This is the spot. In the in-run, we have a long slope, which we can adjust the jump where we want to dig, where we want to build it up. And accordingly to the landing, we can adapt the length. So we can find this sweet spot where we have like close to 50 meters between the jump and the starting of the landing. And the landing is forever long. So yeah, this is gonna be the perfect place to build it up. Next day we wake up and it's cloudy and there's no way for us to go up to Turnagain Pass. But down closer to the sea in Anchorage, we still have some sky showing up, and decide to take a day off and going down there to rent 2 bush planes to head out and see the Alaskan wilderness from up top. We are sitting waiting for the planes to get ready for us to take off, and big surprise again, Levi Lavallee shows up.
I heard there's some jumping going on.
I don't know. What's happening here, man?
How are you, buddy?
How are you?
Good to
How
see
nice
you.
of you to show up.
Pretty excited to be here.
Yeah, sweet.
I heard you have some big plans.
We've got some plans.
He's not only having like the world's longest jump on a snowmobile, other records, he's also like such a down-to-earth guy and so pumped and stoked that everyone is loving snowmobiling. So to have him show up and show support and want to be on site to help me, it's unreal.
I wish I could show you how to do it, but this one's on you.
So I'm guessing you're gonna follow us up?
Yeah, we'll get to hang out and see history be made.
Oh, Jesus. I'm getting more nervous now.
I would say Alaska is what everybody been telling me it is. Like Sweden's Riksgränsen, but everything is bigger.
It's fantastic out there to see this from up top, but still have the big hill in the back of my head. And we got 1 week to make this happen. And like every time history repeats itself, the weather goes terrible. And for the next upcoming 3 days, we are stuck in the cabin. We try to get out to do some riding, but the closest we can get to the peak is right next to the road in the valley.
Go for round 2?
I know Andreas, and the jump itself is not the issue right now. It's the waiting game. Do we have enough time? Will the weather come around for him to be able to do this jump?
Hopefully. We'll have good shit.
And finally, for the last day, the forecast shows some good news.
Today is the day. Last day, last chance. So it has to happen today.
We have a weather window that we're going to take full advantage of. This is predicted to be a full, beautiful weather day. We're going to cruise up to the ridge and see what we got cooking. And if the cooking's good, we're going to be building.
There's always a risk for failure when you're depending on the weather. And in the end, it comes down to one thing, and that's luck. We get up at the top, and we just go straight to starting to measure, making sure that the jump we're gonna build is gonna be aligned with the landing. So yeah, we just get to work. Here we got 165. Here we go.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Nervous?
No, not really. This setup is gonna be perfect. Yeah, I'm feeling really good about this. Så jävla långt bort alltså. Ser du den bollen kommer upp? Så fruktansvärt jävla långt. Du kan ju kasta snöboll på också.
So the difference between the stunts that I've done in the past and what Andreas is doing here is a lot of the stuff that I did was closed course. It was at an event, or it was something where we had complete control of it. I mean, he's out here in the backcountry, right? We are miles and miles from anything. So if things go wrong, I mean, it's a ways to get to a hospital. It's a ways to get help. So I mean, it just amplifies the risk. But you know, he's so comfortable with this setting. It's I mean, it doesn't faze him.
We need to spread it out and get it wide enough. That's the thing. Oh! Friendly fire! It's Levi.
It's Levi.
It's Levi. He's just.
So we are digging and digging and digging, and within a couple hours we actually have the jump finished, and it all looks perfect.
I think we've done a good job with this. Like, I would say
a really good job.
this is the biggest jump we've actually built by hand. Oh yeah, by far. So yeah, this is the final big jump, and it's time to jump this, get a feeling about the length and the size of it, and if everything feels okay, we're going for the flip. From having a super tough week, we are finally here, and it's like we're getting some sun, and from not even being close to right now, it's time. And yeah, we are lining up to do the first test jump.
All set. First test jump going down in 3, 2.
We do the jump and it works really good in a way. I get the perfect landing for it. It's like butter when I land, but it's actually too smooth.
Dude, it looked pretty sick either way.
Like I just came in like exactly the same. Like
Yeah. So you want to go up with it, or do you want to? Is it G out into it, or
whatever,
can we
really,
trim
but
it out?
usually you get a smoother ramp from building it
Building
up.
it up, yeah.
Because right now it's just like so hard to just get that perfect.
Yeah.
You rather go a bit too high and have a little like
A
it's
drop,
not going to be
yeah.
hard, but yeah, you drop into
Yeah.
landing.
He did the first test jump, and it looked really smooth. The jump was nice, like the landing is better, but he still wants to go a little bit higher though, to have like a pop in the jump. Oh, I got you. So that's what they're doing right now, trying to throw some snow up on the top so we can get a little bit more height. And I'm the foreman, just standing here telling everybody what to do. That's my job.
How's it looking, boss?
Looks pretty good. A little bit more snow though.
I know from experience this is the adjustments we need. When we were setting this up, I actually talked to Alvin and was like,
Fan vad jag är taggad. Alltså jag är så jävla taggad, jag vill inte ens testa upp, jag vill egentligen bara dra.
should I just flip it? Like, I just kind of made a joke with him, and it was like, yeah, it will be funny, but everyone will be super mad for me doing that. So we just set up for another straight jump, test jump, to see where we're at with the lip now. When I'm sitting down there and looking at the lip, I just like, it feels really, really good. Like it feels so good that I'm actually like, this joke I made with Albin about flipping without telling anyone, I was like, maybe that's not such a bad idea. Like I got the feeling that this is perfect. I got 100% control. Let's just do it.
That was great.
So classic.
Second jump, supposed to be another straight air. I'm standing there in the landing, and when I see him, he's upside down, coming in hot.
So like I do the flip, I make it, but the bounce in the landing throw me off, and I lose control. So I have to jump off and send the sled out the landing. It was like kinda shit. I hope I didn't wreck the sled now.
What? I thought I was supposed to go for a practice jump. I guess we don't do those in Sweden. We need to get him a wheelbarrow to carry around his massive balls everywhere.
Oh, buddy. Where's that?
I got the feeling.
Oh.
What happened to the straight jump?
I'm a disappointment to myself.
Dude, I was like...
It looks smooth.
Next one is the one.
Well, we need to see why I came short for sure. That's the big issue.
Yeah.
But I was also a bit off axis.
Yeah.
But did you take a lot more speed?
I did push harder.
Yeah, but I think you can push a little bit more though.
Yeah, of course. Easiest to say now.
Rotation looks
Yeah.
smooth as all get up.
Yeah.
You got tons of rotation.
So we just regathered, reshoveled everything, made it perfect, and went for attempt number 3. I'm going down to the in-run and sitting down there on the sled. I'm really in my zone and just focused on everything I need to do to make this.
This time is for real. It's go time.
Everybody's ready, everything is set up. It's all on Andreas now.
I get the call on the radio. They're telling me that it's all set, you're good to go. As soon as my skis are leaving the lip, I'm doing my pull, keeping some throttle, still going slow, like you can't rush a long flip. You need to have ice in your stomach and just be chill about it. I keep a steady spin on the track, not too much, not too little. Real fast, I can see the landing. I'm around with my head. The sled is coming behind me. It's a bit crooked, but it's within the area where I can still control it. When I come down, I get a really hard bounce again from the landing, but this time I can keep going. I can pin it and just wheel it down in the landing.
That was so sick!
Oh yeah, buddy!
Dude, you're a beast, man!
Unreal.
That was so sick.
And yeah, at that moment, like, all this is happening so fast, and at that point, like, I knew, like, I understood, like, oh, we have the record, but I was kind of so hard into my game, I didn't understand how crazy and sick it is that we really made it. Like, it didn't land for a couple of days, actually, before I really felt like, oh my God, we made it. Just because I've been prepping for this for so long, I was kind of stuck in the game. We get the tape measure out.
This is to the farthest back of his track. 155.
Yeah, 155.
And we got a 47-meter flip, or 155 feet.
It's a new world record.
Yes, fucking hey, landed down there.
Samtidigt, en 155 är som ett fint nummer.
Ja, 155.
Maybe I wanted 50, but it's too much today. Like 47 meters is still, it's a world record, and I'm super happy to have that. It's unreal that we set up this goal, and a year later we traveled to the other side of the world and we made this happen.
You got the record.
You do. You're a beast, man. Oh, I'm pumped that you're up kicking after that.
Yeah. That's it. That was the last jump of the Big 5 series. It's finally done. It was a big vision for myself to make a project this size, and it's so fun to finally have made it through. There's so many people that I would like to thank you. I met people all around the world now that have been helping out and helping me get to this point to make every jump possible. There's so many around me that's super important, and without you guys it would never happen. And especially Pontus and Albin, without you two it would be impossible to get this far. So yeah, I'm just super happy about this journey for myself and everyone that we have met on the way, and it's been an incredible journey. So that was the ending of the Big 5 series, and now let's see what the future holds.